Today is October 31st. It is officially 2020 as we look forward to the next season. We've got free agents announced, pitching coaches rumored, and some voicemails. Let's do it. Let's talk Yanks. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Talking Yanks. Thank you for joining us. We hope you're about to have a great Halloween, or you just had a fantastic Halloween. My name's John Boy. I'm coming to you from New Jersey. I got my co-host Jake rocking some Minnie Mouse ears, or Mickey Mouse, depending on how you view Jake. He's coming to you from Denver. Welcome. Jake, how you doing?
Yeah, mouse ears would do. I think they are technically Minnie. I think they're Minnie Mouse ears. I don't have any Halloween stuff, but the girl has like a costume basket, so I can usually dig in there and make something sexy really quick if I need to. Mm-hmm. I'm good. Happy holiday. Happy New Year. Like you said, 2020.
2020, brand new year, brand new season. This episode of Talking Yanks is brought to you by Ryan Doyle, Nick Anton, Ben Swatout, Andrew Daquegan. If I said that right, I'm so happy with myself. Thanks, Andrew. Andrew, just tell me I got it right. Come on.
Yeah, lie for once in your life, Andrew. You've lived this modest fucking life of sucking up to your parents. Live a little.
Andrew Daquegan. Is that how I said it? Fuck.
Tough. We're sorry, Andrew.
Tom Shortridge, Timothy Davis, Derek Stevens, Francisco Dominguez, Gizzo Fentamillo Mendo.
Oh, yes.
I love when people put their birth names.
Yeah.
And Rob White.
Rob White. Yeah.
Thank you to Rob White. Most recent Patreons, patreon.com/talkingyanks. We appreciate it. So we are going to just kind of talk some housekeeping, and we have some voicemails today. There's some things going on. We want to do like an award superlative episode, but we just didn't plan for it yet. So maybe that's coming next week. We need to do it next 2 episodes or it's not getting done.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look forward to 2020 as fast as I can. And we were having a lot of fun with the superlatives and the awards, so we still want to do it. But it's either next episode or never, I think.
Yeah, I'd like to put a little bit of thought into it. I don't want us bumbling on the air like I normally do and going, oh yeah, he should have got. Oh wait, he'd be good. I want to be firm, stern but fair about it. So we'll get to that.
Okay. Are you going out for Halloween after this?
Not out. I think they're doing. There's like a little bar thing in my apartment. I think they're doing a costume contest. So. I don't know. I was actually shocked that the girl was interested in going. Normally, that's not her bag, but she kind of gave me the look like she was like, Jake, you need to leave the apartment, which is not really leaving the apartment, but I've been trapped in here pretty good with myself, the dog, and baseball. So yeah, I'll put something cute on for a little bit and then probably Irish exit pretty quickly.
It sounds like a nice plan.
Gotta have a plan.
Yeah. I don't know what Katie's going. But I like the idea of dressing up as something like fucking cripples me.
Yeah, what happened, man? Like you used to put on. I mean, your what was the guy that used to do commercials? That was really good when you did the captain of the Titanic. Like,
well, those are simple. Strong. Those are simple outfits. I just dyed my beard white one year and dyed my beard black the other year.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's easy, but. I had, like, friends. Like, we left as a house.
Right.
That's the only way I can do it. Or, like, a group outfit. But, yeah, I hate Halloween. I like Halloween seasons and like, the fall. But actually, like, dressing up as something, I used to, like, have panic attacks as a little kid. Like,
what's Katie?
The devil, I think.
Okay. Do something off of that.
Yeah, we were gonna do.
God.
We were gonna do. I was gonna be an angel, and she was gonna put glitter in my beard, and I was like, "That's fun," but
Yeah.
but life kind of got flipped upside down, shooting some hoops, all that, because we got our apartment in the city,
Hey, congrats.
and we have. Yeah, that's pretty exciting, dude. I could be like living in New York City in a week.
Yeah.
Like this next week might be like we might be a moving week now. So we have to go to New York City tomorrow morning to pack up. To not pack up. We have to go to there to sign the lease and shit. So we're gonna see it again. And then we were driving around today to go to the gym. I was like, I'll go to the gym with you. You know, it stopped. I bring my book. I just walk on the treadmill and read for an hour. That's me going to the gym. Love it. Our car found out we were moving to New York City and said, well, fuck you guys. And just, I think the radiator just blew up. It was smoking. It was leaking. We had to pull over. 3 cops stopped, asked us how we were doing. I said, good, thanks. Appreciate it.
You folks okay?
Yeah. I was approaching them. It's like, we're good, officer. We're good. So
Don't check the trunk.
Like, there's no way I'm going to get drunk if I have to wake up and drive 2 hours to the city at 9 in the morning. Because I don't function hungover at all. At all anymore.
Right.
So, it's a tough spot.
Yeah, dress up as God, bring a Bible, read a couple verses, get a little high, go to the city tomorrow. Boom.
Like, that is college Jimmy to a T. Bringing a Bible to the bar and screaming it at people, dressed up as like a roadside Bible. I wish that college Jimmy, I'm going to call Luke, my brother, and tell him that's a fucking great Halloween costume.
It's a good costume. It's exhausting, but college Jimmy would have gone the whole night with it and some, and the morning.
You just bring a milk crate, a megaphone, and a Bible, and you just stand in the corner of the bar screaming passages at people. And telling them they're going to
still do that.
Telling them they're going to go to hell.
Got the heart for a couple hours. I think you got the heart for that.
That's
the devil.
That's such a good costume,
dude. Just get a cardboard sign, write something on it, and just go to the bar. I think it'd be hilarious.
I think they'd get upset with me.
And big things happening, man. You might be going to the city in a couple hours. I could be a sexy mouse if I want to be. We're both kind of on the up.
Yeah. Good stuff. All right, Jake, here's what's happening in Yankee land. The World Series ended, which means there is a 5-day grace period where you're not allowed to have contact with agents, do anything, but you can speak with your own players that have become free agents. You get a 5-day grace period to offer qualifying offers, talk, negotiate, and all that. Those players on the list for the Yankees are Dellin Betances, Brett Gardner, Corey Guerin, Didi Gregorius, Cameron Maybin, Austin Romine, and CC Sabathia.
And I believe when we were in this time period last year, we signed CC and Brett in that time period, right?
Yep. Real quick. Yeah. Brett, they may do again. With the Hicks news, I would not be shocked if Brett Gardner signs another 1-year deal for whatever. He had a good year.
Yeah, he had a really good year. It'll be interesting, especially you wonder if there is a little old man effect from the Nats winning. Brett Gardner, if he hit the open market, like he could demand a little bit of coin. It's going to be interesting. You'd like to think both sides want to be there and make it work. What that looks like, I don't know, because he deserves a pay raise.
Yeah, but I would think that Brett's gonna like last year, he just wanted to be quick and just wanted to come back to the Yankees.
Yeah. And 1 year 10, 1 year 12 max, something like that.
People will freak out if it's 1 year 12. But he had a great year. And they need him more this year than they needed him last year at this time.
Yeah, there's a Mike Tauchman argument there, but yes, no Hicks.
No Hicks. I mean, Tauchman in center, you're going to pencil him in as your everyday center fielder?
And that's the other thing. I mean, what if Mike Tauchman's at the end of April next year hitting 222?
Yeah, and then you don't have a center fielder in the system unless they go out and get one, and then just get Brett.
Yeah, so that's we'll see. I'd like to think by the time you and I talk on Monday that'll be done, but who knows?
Yeah. Edwin, they did not pick up the club option for him. That's obvious. It was like $20 million club option.
20 mil, yeah.
So clearly they weren't going to pick that up. If they won, and they're probably not going to negotiate with Edwin because they need that DH spot open.
Yeah, and what if I told you we had a 24-year-old kid that was like a young Edwin? His name's Miguel Andujar, and he'll be back next year. You know, I love Edwin probably more than anyone, and it was fun having him, and it really sucks how his time with the Yankees ended. But, yeah, I mean, you got Andujar for basically the minimum, who is Edwin Encarnacion plus a couple doubles. Although I would have loved to see Andujar with the juice ball this year.
Oh, yeah, that would have been fun.
Dude, there's a chance Andujar could have had a nutty season.
70,000 home runs.
We haven't talked about him in months. How about that?
Yeah, it's an interesting conversation, but it's a good point. Yeah, don't expect Edwin to be back. CeCe's not coming back. Corey Guerin, don't care. Cameron Maybin, he might go and get himself some money somewhere.
Yeah, he's got to go. A reminder, I mean, we got him from Cleveland. He was in AAA. We paid, what, $10,000? $50,000?
I think it was $20,000 or something like that.
I mean, there is a chance Cameron Maybin's career was over. And I think if he hits free agency, I bet a team would guarantee him. I mean, even something like $3 million, that's $3 million. And probably a chance at a platoon gig or something like that. So odds are Cameron Maybin lands elsewhere.
Austin Romine really confuses me. Is he going to wait it out? Is someone going to give him money to go be a platoon catcher or a better opportunity to start more? Does Romine want that? I'm guessing he does. If someone says, hey, we want you to be our starting catcher, Romine would be a fool to say, nah, I'm good here. With Higgy for cheap, I would guess the Yankees would just go with Higgy as the backup option. So they do love Romine, the guy. But is Romine going to have a quick free agency or a really long free agency, Jake? What do you think?
Romine's got a couple things going for him. He's improved his hitting the past 2 years. He's really well liked. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a quick free agency. I don't know. I mean, who knows like what free agency looks like anymore? Like all these front offices have formulas and stuff. I'm assuming Romine's gone because you'd like to think a team either has a young catcher or maybe a lefty hitting catcher that they're like, hey, if we pair them up with Austin Romine, we've got a chance at having a solid catcher. And he's kind of earned it. I know you got caught up in Twitter pretty good because the best backup catcher in baseball got thrown around, and you were saying, name everyone's backup catcher. Let's hear the list, because you guys have no idea. You're just yelling that.
Yeah, just he's the best backup catcher in baseball. Name more backup catchers.
Yeah, he is.
No one knows.
He's a solid catcher, and I mean, you know, we've got pretty deep into baseball this year with talking baseball. I mean, even a team like I don't know, the Padres, like they came to mind. They've got Austin Hedges, and now you've got two Austins. That seems like a no-brainer now.
And Romine's a Cali kid, even though he doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, but Austin Hedges like can't hit. He's really good defensively. It's kind of push come to shove time with him. Do you combine the Austins? It feels like Austin Romine's going to have better opportunities than to clearly back up Gary.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. And with Higgy behind, who's never got a shot, but what I think the most telling thing is, when Gary went down, Romine wasn't the starter. Him and Higgy split time.
Yeah.
So I think the Yankees are kind of more than ready to just say, let's see what Higgy is as a backup catcher. Interesting.
They'll bring in a veteran to compete with Higgy.
Kratzy.
Could be. Kratzy's getting old, man. Kratzy's old.
Kratzy's
I know,
been old. Been had old.
Same time. Yeah, so someone will come in to compete with Higgy, but yeah, they probably want Higgy to take it, right?
I would guess. And then who else is there? I mean, Didi, no idea. I think they'll offer him the qualifying offer, and I don't think Didi will take it. Didi went as the Joker for Halloween, posted a video of the Joker, which I like that Didi has fun, but that one weirded me out.
No, that's the Joker, right? So the qualifying offer last year, and I think it's the same this year, 17-2.
Betances, I think they might. Betances, I think the Yankees should make an offer and say like it's going to be less than what you wanted, Dellin, but we're willing to keep you, in house, rehab, and basically rehab year, and then we get you for a year. I'd like that. I'd like Dellin to come back because the way his season ended is fucking terrible. Randy Levine might be a jerk to him again, though. We'll see.
Dellin's the one I have no read on because I just think my Yankee fandom gets in the way because I'm saying, Dellin and the Yankees meet up. Let's do 1 year, $10 million. Dellin, go shove, and then get your big contract. That's what this year was supposed to be, and there was supposed to be some like symmetry, like CeCe's leaving, and that was like his big brother. Dellin Betances, I know I got in trouble mentioning this with Jonathan Holder and some bad teams. There's some teams whose front offices are saying, hey, know who could be our closer next year? How about Dellin Betances?
Dellin needs to sign a 2-year deal. I mean, he's coming back from a major injury. Remember how long it took Britton to recover from the Achilles injury?
Well, when's Dellin Betances supposed to be back?
I think that he's not going to be the Dellin Betances that he is for a whole season. How long did it take Britton? Britton wasn't right until September of 2018.
Let's see. Injury, torn Achilles. Just doing it on the spot. Noodle, any hints? No schedule. This article's too recent. Yeah, I'd have to know more about the time frame.
Okay, so Zach Britton, he tore his Achilles and got surgery in December, and he was right. Like, he pitched in August, but he wasn't good, and then he finally said he felt right in September. So we're just doing really rough comparison math. That would make Dellin finally, like, fully recovered around July. So it's still not a full season. So I think Dellin's going to take whatever team offers him 2 years because coming off injury, you're going to want the insurance of that second year.
Yeah, but it's weird because it's not, if it's an arm injury or shoulder injury, you're a lot more concerned about that. I mean, it is a bad injury, but for a pitcher, it's not too career threatening. I don't know. I think it's going to be a 1 year wherever he lands because he'll still want to get his like one big payday. I don't know that. And again, I prefaced it with I have no idea. You'd like to think it would make sense to come back to the Yankees, work with the training staff. If you're only going to have half a season, do it somewhere where you know everything. But who knows? Again, there could be a team out there that says, like, how about the contract Sonny Gray got from the Reds? Like, didn't Sonny Gray get a 5-year contract before this season?
Yeah.
Not knowing what Sonny Gray they were necessarily going to get. You could see a team do something like that. Give Dellin 4 years at $8 million, which if he's healthy could end up being like a huge bargain.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not really like Tommy John or shoulder surgery recovery where, like, Eovaldi, you sign him for 2 and the first one you're not getting any action out of him. It's a little different, but I think he's going to need 2 years.
You think Didi's gone, right?
I do. I just get the sense that he's gone. But I like Didi still. So if he comes back, I wouldn't be upset about it. But it just, I don't know, it's just kind of like a way the wind's blowing in my brain feeling.
Yeah, there's so many moving parts to it because, all right, so you're Didi. You came back. You didn't have a great year. The power numbers were still there.
Feels like Swisher in that playoffs when Jeter got hurt in 2012, was it? And then the fans turned on Swisher because he missed a ball that allowed Didi to stay out there, and the Yankee fans were like, for like a month, were just fucking ruthless to Swisher. And the Yankees offered the qualifying, and Swisher was like, I'll get him somewhere else out there. Yankee fans are being really mean to Dellin. See his Instagram and stuff? Like
Didi?
They're being really mean. Like, and I think there's like the whole fan base is just being sour right now. And
yeah,
he might want more money, and maybe he's like, let's try something new.
There's so many weird factors. Didi Gregorius is clearly the most valuable to the Yankees because of the short porch. There's other good hitting fields, but the short porch makes Didi a better player. He comes back midseason. He's not great. He's kind of good. Like the power numbers are kind of crazy. There's like a 35 home run pace from a shortstop. The defense looked good. The part that scary from both angles is the qualifying offer. 17.2 million. That's a chunk of change. But if Didi turns that down, Jim, we've seen all these teams be pretty judicious with the qualifying offer and the first round picks. That's why Keuchel didn't get signed. That's why Kimbrel didn't get signed. So if you're a team that's looking to sign Didi Gregorius and he turned down the qualifying offer, you're going to have to pay him X amount of money and give up a first round pick. Like that makes the hurdle that much bigger. That if you're the Yankees and if they don't want to pay Didi 17.2, I mean, it gets really complicated because I could see a world where Didi would accept the qualifying offer to come back, be a Yankee rake, and get that big payday. But again, I don't really know, and it comes down to like, what do these guys want?
Yeah, I have no read on Didi at all. Zero. I think I more expect Dellin to come back. Like you said, you don't have a read on Dellin at all. I'm the opposite. I have no read on what's going to happen with him.
Like I just think Didi's is very clear cut in my head. He's like, yeah, let's run it back. I can make good money, be with the Yankees, and then get a giant payday. Or it's like I'm gone. I could get 3 years, $50 million, do whatever. And Dellin is just, I don't know.
Yeah. All right, we have a bunch of voicemails. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll throw it to some voicemails. All right. Welcome back. All right, Jake, voicemails. I think we only have a couple because majority of them, when Luke went through them, were gameplay and playoff anger and stuff, and that's not really what we're doing. So, here we go. Oh, wrong button because I'm a dumb idiot.
Hey, John Boy, I got a couple questions. This is Carlos, and the first one is now with all the analytics and drive line and stuff going on with the Yankees, do you think that they're heavy too on the mental aspect, like getting a team of people that psychologists or something like that can help players? Because I believe that a lot of the struggles for players like, for example, Sanchez are mental. And the second one is the approach on two strikes. Do you think that Judge or Stanton can do something on Juan Soto and approach a two-strike different way than the rest of the pitches? Right, bye.
Yeah. The mental stuff, they're pretty heavy into it. I think they are kind of one of the flagship teams on this. Like, they have mental coaches in the clubhouse. They have, what do they call them? I don't think they call them mental coaches.
No. Psych something? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But
if you really want, dig through some R2C2 episodes, because there's a good example of CC talking about how he has like a hype tape he watches before he pitches. I think Happer might have talked about his too or something like that. I forget.
Yeah, they make these like videos and stuff. So I think they're pretty forward with the mental stuff, and they're pretty on top of that. The two-strike approach, I don't know, man. I mean, you just had a team win the World Series, and what was it them who Dave Martinez said, like, we don't want to strike out, and then they only struck out 3 times in Game 7, Jake. But it's such small sample size. Home runs still won the World Series, so it's a little bit different, and just kind of like good at bats all around. I don't think we'll see a big difference in approach.
No, and that it was kind of cool. I almost, and maybe KT's listening, I almost sent her a weird text message today that wanted to be like looking at the strikeouts through the first 5 innings or something, because there wasn't a lot at all, especially when you think about who was really pitching. But no, it's about having good at bats. It's controlling the zone. It's what we heard all year. Like there are situations. And I think we had a Sharp Stats about this where, there's a world where swinging through a slider is better than hitting that slider, grounding out to second, and hitting into a double play.
That was Clint. Clint Frazier's swing is so tight that when he misses completely, and he doesn't make bad contact. So it's almost better for Clint to swing and miss than for him to, fight off a pitch and get a piece of it. That was a sharp stats in the middle of the season. Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, guys are going to strike out. Aaron Judge is going to strike out because guess what? That approach also helps him allows him to hit 50-plus home runs. And that's more important than the 180 strikeouts.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, next.
What up, John Boy and Jake? This is Tom Sawyer from Philly again. Listen, I have been seeing these posts and these rumors about how they have switched back from the juiced balls from the regular season, and they're now just throwing regular balls in October. I don't know if there's any credence to these allegations, but I just wanted to hear your take on it. There were a slight lack of home runs in Minnesota, in my opinion, in terms of what people were expecting, I think. But I don't know. It's just kind of weird to me. But if there's any truth to this, I just think that's kind of dumb. Just sort of ride it out the whole season, But that's just my take. So thanks for having such a great show, and I'll listen to you guys later. See you.
Thanks, Tom Sawyer. Yeah, I 100% think the balls were different in the playoffs. I also don't think it was on purpose. They hire out the place to make the regular season balls like in a batch, and then they hire out the place to make, it's almost like two different batches of beer, and they're not always going to come out exactly the same unless you are perfecting it. And like this, the playoff batch of balls came out normal, and the regular season, they said they couldn't figure it out. It's a terrible look for MLB. Like, it's horrible. I don't think it was on purpose. I think we may disagree there, but I think it's terrible. And I also like the non-juice balls so much better. I enjoyed the playoff baseball way more than the regular season baseball. I really hope that this season was a blip with the home runs and we go back to a little more normalcy.
It's just wild. We did this on Talking Baseball, and it was like, I think it was in the middle of the division series, and all the reports started coming out. The rumor was the ball was traveling 4.5 feet less farther, and I didn't believe it yet because I didn't want the MLB to be that inept that they just let different balls come into their games at random times. And B, it was still a small sample size. And I was like, okay, the seasons are changing. We've got better pitchers on the mound. Maybe that's a factor, and it's still a small sample size. But then as you watch the games go on, it was undeniable. I mean, there was a couple balls in the Yankees-Houston series. I mean, the Didi ball, CeCe said would have been in the upper deck. I don't think so, but it was definitely a home run during the regular season. I think there was one Chirinos got off Canely that looked like an absolute moonshot. And it didn't get close to getting out. And it's for me, I'm more in lockstep with you than you think on this, because I just, where I'm more passionate about it is just, it's a massive disgrace. And we had a good laugh over this. It's the name of the sport, baseball. Mm-hmm. And you don't know what product you're putting on the field. You don't know what the pitcher is picking up on a game-to-game basis, and it's a factor in deciding games, and it's a factor in deciding guys' career. Guess who would have pitched a lot better with the playoff baseball? Jay Happ.
Yeah.
Guess who was fucking terrible this season because the ball traveled 10 feet farther every time? Jay Happ. He's a fly ball pitcher.
Same with Tanaka.
I don't know. If you're a team, like, this is information you need to know. There was guys that had huge home run seasons this year. A guy that, and I'm not saying this in a rude way, but if you're a casual fan, Eugenio Suarez hit 49 home runs for the Cincinnati Reds this year. Some of you may not know who he is. He's a good ball player. Is he a 49 home run ball player? I don't think so. Ketel Marte for the Diamondbacks. It's going to be a giant conversation piece this leading up until next year. because you're talking about the difference between a guy hitting 25 home runs or 15 home runs. You're talking about the difference between a pitcher having a 5+ ERA or a 4.1 ERA. And it's drastic, and like guys need to know this. So I just get so disappointed that Major League Baseball doesn't know what baseball is being put on the field.
Yeah, it's a pretty bad look from them.
Ow.
I don't want, like CC said, keep the juice balls on R2C2. I'd much rather go back to every hard contact not being a home run.
Yeah, is there a middle area? Because I don't know, man. Like your reaction when I said the Chirinos home run, like that's got to be a home run. That was a catcher hitting a ball as hard as you can hit it, and it didn't get out of the stadium. So I don't know. Find me a tweener.
That's probably a home run during the regular season with the regular ball, but I think October. But there were some home runs. The ones that really bothered me were the opposite field shot, like bloopers that were just traveling, and you can see the outfielder play them wrong. So I hope they go back or dial it back a little bit because it was crazy.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Doggy Yank, this is Josh from down the shore. I'm going to try and make this even quicker. All right, so Chris Fetter is being suggested as the Yankees' new pitching coach. I think that's more likely than Pettit, Cone, or Pedro Martinez. Now listen to this. The University of Michigan went to the College World Series. Their pitching was number 1 in the Big Ten and 10th overall for team ERA with a 3.46. That's pretty good. And then they only gave up 7 hits per game, which is 7th in the nation. They also had 3 starters drafted into the MLB, and 2 of them went into the second round. That's pretty impressive. I think Chris Fetter is the man the Yankees should go after, even though I hate Michigan. Go Irish. Love you guys.
Yeah, the Yankees announced some of the people that they were being interviewed for the pitching coach, and it makes everyone that was like, how about Pettit? How about CC? Just sound like kind of the dum-dums they are. Listen to this shit. So that guy was the Michigan pitching coach, and I remember watching Michigan in the World Series because I was making breakdowns for it, and yeah, they were built on their pitching. It was really cool. And Michigan does this thing where they kind of say fuck like AAU. They go and scout in like inner cities and places where like untapped talent. Just their thing is give me the arm talent, we'll make you a pitcher.
Yeah, and they had it with some of their field players too, which it's funny we're having a real conversation about it now because I was going to make a joke about let me deep dive into the Michigan pitching staff. But no, it's actually really cool to watch them during the College World Series.
Yeah, it was. The other guy is Hobbs from Wake Forest. Listen to this shit. At Wake Forest, Hobbs had developed what he called a hardcore biomechanics lab for his pitchers. The setup included 24 cameras, 20 in an indoor facility and 4 in the outdoor bullpen, an indoor and outdoor TrackMan machine, a Rapsodo machine, and a full-time biomechanist. There's no way I said that word right. To help analyze data. So a full-time lab tech, basically, in there watching all the pitches, analyzing the data. The cameras gave 3D kinematics. I don't know. I hate science. Of everybody's delivery. Hobbs said, so it's incredibly special. These are the people the Yankees are looking at. New age, high tech, very analytical. Not, hey, Andy Pettit. I laughed then. I'm laughing now. But that's crazy. That like I said to you and Joe's and Keith McPherson in the chat, like, why doesn't that guy go save lives or something? Like, he's like,
yeah.
We have a biotech lab for college pitching.
Baseball, baby.
But yeah, I don't obviously like I'm not gonna be here and be like, oh, I want the Michigan coach over the Wake Forest coach. Like, I don't know. But
yeah. That's where it gets funny, and I love the call. The call is awesome, and it is the topic in Yankees land right now. But I hate to be rude, but you don't know if the Michigan guy is the right guy for the pitching coach. There's a world where 2 years later we probably want that dude's head on a stick because that's just how this game works. it comes back to, and our guy Joe's McFly has been all over this, but you got to trust the Yankees. Like listen to some of the stuff Jimmy just said, words that we don't know how to pronounce. Like the Yankees have to figure this out. So I don't know. Even if this does spin somehow into David Cone were to get the position, there's going to be a guy like this behind him that's semi-puppeteering. Because this is just where baseball is going. I mean, being a pitching coach wasn't having 20 cameras set up on your skeleton before, and now it is. So I don't know. It just kind of be there. Get excited for whoever they hire. If it is the Michigan guy or the Wake Forest guy, you're going to find some cool stuff out about them. But
Wake Forest has some funny names on their roster, just to let you guys know.
Okay, give us a couple.
Height Merrifield.
Haight?
Hite.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Height like kite.
DJ Poteet. Patrick Frick.
That's fun. Frick's a tough last name.
And then there was another one that was kind of Bruce Steele. So a guy can go into porn if he wants.
Into that.
Yeah. I was trying to look at their stats, but then I was like, I don't care.
So are you? Because maybe I misread this because I saw your text when you heard about the Wake Forest scientist guy. You're okay if they hire that guy. You're just still kind of blown away that this is where we're at.
Junior right-handed pitcher Reese D. I don't care who they hire.
Okay.
I mean, what do I know? You know what I'm saying? Am I going to come here and tell you Hobbs from Wake Forest? That guy's not the right pick. What do I? They're doing hour interviews of guys who have science labs. I don't fucking know.
Can we talk about something privately right now on our podcast?
Oh my god, dude! Right-handed pitcher Morgan McSweeney.
If you had to name a kid Reese, well, this wasn't my conversation, but how would you spell Reese?
So Wake Forest has two Reeses on their roster, both right-handed pitchers, and they spell it two different ways.
You have one that's RHYS, right?
RHYSE. That's Reese D. From Arizona.
Okay, you're out.
Yeah, you can't spell it like that. The other is REESE, which I think is how I would spell it.
Yeah, I kind of like that. Have you seen our guy Jack Curry tweeting all the David Cone stuff?
No, what's he saying?
Man,
Michael Ween, dude. This guy's last name is Ween, and he kind of looks like a wiener. What's up with Wake Forest? They just drafting funny named kids.
That's tough. That's their recruiting thing. Michigan went inner city. Wake Forest went weird kids. Dude, go check out Jack Curry's Twitter because when Rothschild first left, I mentioned this the other day. Jack Curry threw a tweet out there that I was like, oh, maybe this is a feeler. But he did preface it, and he was like, I just wrote a book with this guy. But, dude, he went on a 3-tweet rant today that was like, if David Cone was the pitching coach, he would do – and did 3 tweets on it. It was like, okay, is Coney giving you a little poke the bear, get the word out there more, or what's happening? Or is it just kind of informative / a little bit of publicity for the book at the same time?
Okay. I think I follow Jack, very kind to us. I would think Jack, yeah, he's really nice. And we can maybe ask him if we have him on the show. I think what Jack's doing is saying, hey, I have a very good connection with this guy. He may be up for this job. People are very interested. Probably talked to Coney and said, what would you implement? And then shared that information like a reporter. I'll read you the tweets. I haven't read these, so this will be my first time reading them. As a pitching coach, David Cone would stress pitching to your strengths, not a batter's weaknesses. He'd treat, and that's kind of that bully mentality that we want on the mound. That I got one sentence in and I'm already giving my thoughts. That pitching with fucking, what do I always say about Paxton?
Downhill, confident.
Yeah, there's another word that Paxton used to use, throwing with
Conviction.
That's kind of what it is. He'd treat every he'd treat everyone individually because he hates cloning of pitchers. Yeah, in the book they talk about that. He'd remind them to be reporters on mound and read swings reactions. He'd cite value of well-placed walk. He'd emphasize the importance of pitcher-catcher relationship and dancing together. He'd suggest tossing different pitches on both sides to confuse batters. He'd reinforce that the best pitch is the one that's thrown with conviction. There's that word. Even more, he'd want his pitchers to challenge themselves, trust their instincts, and be mentally tough. And part of that toughness is rebounding from failure. He'd tell them less is more regarding control versus velocity, and he'd implore them to embrace being king of the hill.
Like, how many tweets is that?
In my second Cone tweet, I meant to say different pitches that move in different directions on both sides of the plate. It creates crisscrossing. So, okay, I'm officially in. Here's Jack Curry. You've won me over. Two pitching coaches, Cone and one of these college nerds, mix and match. Coney's got the professional mentality of it, giving them the daily grind. You're your own worst enemy. You're your biggest supporter. Don't fucking worry about what that guy hits or what he doesn't hit. Worry about what you throw and what you don't throw. And then in the corner, you got Hobbs at his biotech lab, like, slider. Like the annexation of Puerto Rico in Little Giants. You got the computer on the sidelines doing the data.
How many minor league pitching coaches are like, are you fucking kidding me?
Well,
I've spent the last 10 years to become the AA pitching coach, and now these analytic college geeks are getting the looks.
Well, I think what it is these college guys, they're king of the hill. They build the system. When if you're a AA pitching coach, you're following a system.
But that's what I'm saying. Like those guys were probably on a path. Like, all right, I'll go high A to single A to double A. Now those guys are probably like, hey, where can I get a college job so I can set up my own shit?
The head of the pitching department just left the Yankees to go be the pitching coach at Georgia Tech. So I think being a college pitching coach is kind of the second rung now.
And, dude, we did this whole thing middle of the year where we thought it was funny that college coaches don't get MLB, like college managers don't get MLB manager positions. So the MLB, all sports world is changing due to analytics. Hot take, Jay.
Quit it with the hot takes.
Oh, my God.
That take was so hot, we're going to take a little break. How about that?
Oh, my God.
Hot take, Jake. All right. Next
Who are some of the best TV characters of all time?
The best,
Janice.
No.
The nanny.
Norm from Cheers. Don't talk about the nanny.
I almost killed Jimmy with an episode of the nanny one night.
Yeah, I watched it as a little. We can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah, we can't do this right now. What'd you just see?
Katie in her costume.
She doesn't know about your costume yet.
Fucking shy boyfriend sat in the corner of the bar.
Guy making a push for God.
Keep God out of California.
Or you just go Yankee jersey and hat and like nothing else and say, I'm Aaron Judge.
Yeah. Nah, you can't do that because then you're like such a douche. Like that's something Carabas would do for Boston. Like he would go out like in a Red Sox, be like, I'm a Red Sox, and he'd be like, oh man, you're a loser. Yeah. That's a tough look.
Yeah, we'll get there. God.
Hey guys, it's the Todd Father. So happy you're back on the air. I missed Yankee baseball, and it's good to have something to talk about. I know you guys are going to be doing episodes throughout the off season. I'm wondering for next season, is there any collaboration with you guys and the R2C2 guys? You, Ryan Rucco, CC Sabathia doing a little collab pod. I don't know. I think that'd be a cool thing, and would love to hear it. Let me know.
Luke's got
What's up, John Boy?
2 in a row.
I was wondering for the future, it's probably November when you listen to this, but is there any chance that you guys are going to do a cross podcast with some just big Yankee podcast, like either RTC2 or Barstool? Let me know what you think. Have a good one.
Some big Yankee podcast. We're the big Yankee podcast, you butthead. Anyway.
Ooh, thanks for calling.
Yo, I've been on a big butthead kick.
Yeah.
I dropped it sarcastically somewhere, and Katie can attest to this. It's just been my number one, you butthead.
You're on a big butthead kick. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah, just note it down. If I say it.
Yeah.
It's like, remember
I'm in my way.
In 2018, I got on a huge boom roasted kick for 2 weeks.
Sure.
Yeah, so I'm on a big butthead kick. Anyway, R2C2 would be really cool, but they have big time guests. If you don't know who Jake and I are, then you're like, all right, who's the guest on R2C2 today? Is it an ex-player? Is it a rapper? Is it an actor? Is it a basketball player? Oh, it's 2 other guys who have a pot. You know what I mean? So I don't know if they have us on. That'd be very, very kind of them.
Yeah, maybe a very Yankee-centric episode at one point. And Ruco's been nothing but cool to us, and CeCe in a very small dosage has been cool. But yeah, we'll link up in some fashion at some point. No promises. And dude, I've been laughing pretty hard lately because the what's the name of the host of the Hot Ones?
Sean Evans.
Sean Evans, he's a John Boy fan, and the comments were killing me. Have John Boy and Jake on, and it's yeah, maybe after the Paul Rudd episode, we'll sneak in John Boy and Jake.
Yeah.
This is what the people will want.
He lives in the city, dude, so I think, if he's a baseball fan, I think we could probably get him on talking baseball or something.
Yeah, that would be cool. And the other reason I'm deflecting is because I'd be the worst guest on that show's history. So
yeah, you can't eat hot food.
No, it's pathetic.
That would be fun, just to do it with you.
It'd be torture because I am pretty good at torturing myself. So
you'd be shirt off, arms flailing, sweating real quick.
You know what would happen on wing 5 or 6. If you haven't watched Hot Ones, pretty entertaining. They eat hot wings, and it's really big time celebrities. It's kind of torture to a degree. You know what would happen, Jim? It'd be the igloo.
Yeah, you just bounce.
It'd be fun for the 4th wing. Then I'd bite into that 5th wing, and not happy Jake would come out, and it'd be oh.
Yeah. If anyone doesn't know the igloo story.
Yeah.
Jake and I in college spent a snow day building an igloo in our front house. And it was pretty cool. This is so ridiculous. I haven't told this in a while. It's a pretty cool igloo. And we were like, dude, let's hang out in this igloo, drink some beers, get some Chinese food, chill in the igloo, have some people over, hang out in the igloo with us. As soon as we hollowed it out and set up, Jake farted so bad that he basically hotboxed the igloo. We were gagging, we left, and we never went back inside the igloo because it was just trapped. We tried to go in an hour later, and it was still Jake's fart in there. It was fucking terrible.
It sucked. It wasn't as big as I would have liked the igloo to be. I got cold, and it got really smelly. Anyways, it's done. See you on Hot Ones.
Thank you, Sean Evans. That is. We have one more question. Oh, if I can hit it.
Oh, hello, this is the Machado Kid. You interviewed me a little bit back in February. I was wondering if I could get back in contact again with you guys. Thanks, bye.
Is that really the Machado Kid?
I think so.
That just lit up my whole face.
Yeah, I know. It sucks that the answer is no, dude. We're not interested. Yeah, come on, Machado Kid.
I think he didn't realize he was leaving a voicemail for a show. I think he just thought he was just calling us.
I mean, tough to say. Still a kid. But, yeah, that was spring training, right?
Yeah, spring training. When he was like, good, we don't want him. We don't need him, Machado. Yeah. Get out of here.
He was right.
Oh, I love that kid. Dude, that kid can talk. Remember he said, if you were rich, what would you do? And he's like, I'd buy a big house. And we're like, smart answer.
Dude, he started talking football, and he was, getting too deep into the X's and O's for me. It's all right, kid, I
That-
got mouths to feed over here.
That kid's you when you were his age, but smart.
Yeah, if I had a brain.
Yeah. I don't know how to get back in touch with him. We'll figure it out. Luke just labeled that Machado kid interview, so I thought it was going to be someone asking about that. So, like,
Cool.
All right, yeah. Let's listen.
Glad he's tuning in.
Let's listen to it again.
Oh, hello, this is the Machado kid. You interviewed me a little bit back in February. I was wondering if I could get back in contact again with you guys. Thanks, bye.
Hell yeah.
Hell yes.
It's the best voicemail we got in a long time. Thanks, kid. I'll figure out how to get in touch with you. All right, Jake. I
Yeah.
think that ends the show. Do you have anything else to say?
I don't think so. Maybe recording Monday, Tuesday, we'll do some superlative stuff. Maybe a fun way to look back at some of the players, so we're not just going like Gleyber Torres B+. We'll figure out a fun twist for some of the guys. Maybe we give everyone a superlative in something. I don't know. Tweet at us. Give us some whatever you want, people.
I found a website on the post-game show for just Patreons only after last episode that had a bunch of superlatives for high school superlatives, like not sports related, and I had a blast. So we have some good ones. We have some good ones. And that's what you guys are missing out if you don't have the post-game show. But we're out. Thank you for hanging out with us. We will talk to you again on Monday night, Tuesday morning. See ya. Go Yanks. Tell them, Grams. All right. Hey, this is the Machado kid. It's good stuff, man.
Dude, you're mocking his voice?
No, I hope he doesn't. Well, we're off now.
Wow. I thought he was like, hey, it's the Machado kid, huh?
Jarv said Machado kid next guest on R2C2. Fuck.
Damn. Jumped us.
Got snaked.
Don't blame him. TY. Spooky. Well, I'm gonna take my horse to your town road.
My chest hurts.
Oh.
Dude, can I just tell you how annoying this interference call has turned people into a nightmare, man?
Yeah.
This guy goes, and I hate that. I'm a big fan of Jimmy's breakdowns, but like you, he doesn't know the rule. Holbert got it 100% right. And I said, if he didn't call it interference, he also got it 100% correct because it's a judgment call, and mine and your judgment differ. And then he said, absolutely true. And I said, well, that's not... Well, then I clearly know the rule, dickhead.
Yeah. Well, that's hey man, I didn't want to sink my teeth in because he's a huge fan and he's a friend of ours, but Jarv was all over this.
Jarv's in the chat.
I know, and judgment call and all of it, like, yeah, the ump gets out of here snake free because the ump would have been right either way.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You don't know the rule. Well, I just explained it to you and you said yes. So we both know the rule. He's allowed to call that. I don't think he should have. You think he should? Word judgment, man. Just confuses people, I think.
Judgment.
Are you okay?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Cool. That's good. All right. All right. All righty. I gotta go do something. Dude, I'm tired. Yeah, my next couple weeks is a whirlwind.
Dude, today I received the Easton, like, sign everything thing.
Yeah, they sent it out again. There's a lot. It's very corporate.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna get fucking hurt at this thing?
Yes. Jake and I are going to Easton's facilities. Patreon secret. Although I guess we can announce it. I don't know. Be cooler. I always think it's cooler just to show up and then just tweet it out, we're here.
Patreons deserve it.
Intern Luke, he's like, I'm not going to do anything. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, you're going to hit. You're the athletic one. Have fun. He's like, no, I'll embarrass myself. I'm like, dude, I am going to embarrass myself.
Yeah, you're going to embarrass yourself. Do we need to...
We're going to winter meetings as well, yeah. We haven't mapped any of that out yet, though.
Do we need to, like... I was going to mention this the other day. Do we need to, like, be on the same team so Luke can, like, film us? I don't know anything.
It's not really up to us. But Luke can just, like, run around.
But that's what I was... Okay.
Just make Luke run around and film. Their contract isn't really that... I don't know if you read it. I was telling you it's crazy. I actually sat down and, like, read it. It's just in all lawyer speak, so it sucks.
Yeah.
But it's really not that crazy. They're like, you need to tweet twice from my John Boy account with the hashtags we provide you in the 2-hour window we tell you. I'm like, okay. Like, I'm going to tweet about it anyway. You need to post an Instagram... And on the contract, it says posted on my personal Instagram account, which has 4,000 followers. I'm like, I think you want the John Boy Media one, which has 50,000.
Yeah.
I didn't say that, but I'll do it anyway. And then, like, legally we have to build an Instagram story, and then we have to put it as our highlight on the Instagram. You know what I mean? For, like, a couple weeks. Yeah, it's not... They're just like, you have to do this.
Yeah.
But I get it. Like, we went to the CC thing, and I haven't edited or posted any of that footage because it's all bad.
Yeah.
They didn't have a contract with us, though.
There's no, like, submit or anything? It's just, like, 11 out of 11? You're good?
Yeah, the top right should say completed. Winter Meetings is in San Diego this year.
San Diego.
Jarv, you're going to be there? Only a short 14-hour trip from San Diego to Sydney. Summer here. Oh, he'll be in New Zealand.
Show us your meat.
Yeah, winter meetings are going to be wild. We're going to figure all this out. We got a lot to figure out. Who's Matthew DeFranks? Senior sports writer for the Dallas Sports News. Retweeted my Sidney Crosby puck to the face one.
Face.
The hockey crowd's interesting for the breakdowns, Jake, because I don't know any of their names. I don't use the lame hockey lingo. So like some of them hate it, but majority of them have been super nice. But then like you didn't break down any X's and O's, and I'm like, well, Sidney Crosby got hit in the face. Like, what do you want me to say?
Yeah.
One guy on YouTube was like, all you did was make jokes. I'm like, well, thanks, man. Thank you for recognizing that.
I appreciate you.
Katie looks like devil ginger spice.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. I just go in all sweats and be Patton Oswalt. Where's your wig?
I took it off for now.
Okay. All right.
Just got a video from your friend Jeff.
Yeah.
Who I was like, hey man, if you want, I think there's like a Halloween thing going on at our bar. If you want to come over, he's like, yeah, I think I'll swing by. Looks like he's going full tranny singing Bob Seger.
Here I am on stage. Here I am on a road.
So
Is his girlfriend
I guess
filming
he's
that?
coming. That was the first. He didn't say he was coming, but I guess so.
That reminded me of the theme song I wrote for John Boy Jake Radio.
That was good. There's no doubt about it. But it's like one of those things like people shouldn't see.
We're just two guys and we're having the time. We're just two guys and we're very much alive. John Boy and Jake. We're talking about the news and the sports. We're talking about our days and the forks. John Boy and Jake. John Boy and Jake. It's good. John Boy and Jake.
It's not bad.
Radio. You told me to never show anyone.
Yeah. I mean, a little bit of that for sure.
I was going to say something, or someone said something in the chat. John Boy Media going to hire any former Deadspin staff? I've never consumed, I don't mean this in like a mean way. I've never consumed, I don't think, any Deadspin content. Like, I have no idea who writes for them or what they're about. And I can guarantee you Jake has never consumed any Deadspin content.
Yeah.
It's like one of the easier guarantees going. Do you think you've ever been to Deadspin.com?
I've definitely like clicked on like a clickbaity type Deadspin, like, you know, but like that's it.
Yeah.
I don't go anywhere.
You go to ESPN.com like you're in 2003.
Dude, they still have like a lot of my like fun facts I've been dropping on Talking Baseball. Like that's what's been pissing me off. Like ESPN still has the talent to do really good stuff, and they'll drop a stat that you're like, well, that's fucking awesome. People should know that. But you do have to sift through like, oh, LeBron James says this about China.
We got to start John Boy and Jake Radio up again soon. What was up with LeBron's hair, dude? What was it?
Dude, he went bald and he got hair plugs and they like fell out.
Like, you know when they say he's wearing a rug? Like, it honestly looked like he had a rug on his head.
Yeah.
It was bad. If I was him,
Like,
I
you're
would.
the richest dude in the world. Like, how does that happen?
Yeah, like Prez from Barstool got hair plugs, and they look great.
Yeah.
It's nuts. What episode number is this? 358? 358 in your face. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Search for an older Mac. All right, hold on. Gemma, hockey breakdown. The guy with 4 teeth just punched a guy with 5 teeth. More wild than last year's winter meetings. Perhaps that'll tell us if we'll have a hot stove season. I would hope that this winter meetings is better than last winter meetings, but there is the fact that last winter meetings, I don't think anyone expected us to be able to be where we were and do what we did. But also, Jake and I were like super hesitant to say hi to people and ask for interviews and stuff like that because we just didn't feel like we belonged there. And going up to Coley Harvey, I was like, hey, man, if you have them, you know what I mean? And I think we have a little bit more, like, whatever you want to, like, you know.
Dude, you're going to be like one of the biggest celebs there.
That's not really true, but.
Yes. Like it is.
Think it's going to be like Buster Only? Remember Buster Only couldn't walk 5 feet?
That was, no. I mean, those are the guys above you. Only Kirkagen, the King Smalls of winter meetings. Teixeira's got you beat, Mad Dog, Kaster.
You know, were we talking to you? I don't know if you were there when it was just Chapin, talking about how they have, it's all a bunch of college kids that go looking for interns. And like over the summer, we're going to want to start an intern program.
Yeah.
So it's like, Chapin, should we set up a booth? And for interns? And he was like, you probably have to pay. And I was like, yeah, I could like easily just tweet out like, hey, if you're interested, go outside this place and grab this form.
Yeah. And I mean, we can even do that. I mean, look at Billy. I mean, we could tweet that out and have 100 resumes in like an hour if we really wanted.
Yeah. I'm expecting a Yankee trade this offseason. Me too.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
All nice.
It's a good idea. Write it down.
Steering wheel. Dude, people went they really liked my Things Fall Apart Houston tweet.
Yeah.
I've done that for the Yankees a lot. Just tweeting out the book image.
Chinua Achebe.
So a lot of people, because everyone had to read that book, but not everyone knows that everyone had to read that book. It's one of those, you know?
Right.
They're like, I had to read that. And, I did too. It's like, we all had to read that book.
Yeah.
And then someone was like, literary burns during baseball games. Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay. We're out. Thanks, guys. We'll see you Thursday night. That's tonight. We'll see you Monday night. Goodbye.